What? No, we'll be fine. Nothing bad ever happens in Reading.
I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
Good evening, Jefferson State. Before we start the show, I would just like to acknowledge the victims and families that have been affected by the Carr fire. This is a super devastating tragedy that has left thousands of local citizens homeless or worse. My heart truly goes out to you. I would also like to shout out to the firemen and women that have been working for like hours nonstop to try to get this thing under control. Nothing on my show is meant to offend or make fun of anyone. This page is completely satire and meant for nothing more than to lighten spirits and distract. Now, without further ado, let's go live to Chris with a fire update. Chris? Thank you, Nathan. Here I am live at a Bethel Church Sunday morning service where, as you can see, fire safety codes do not appear to be a problem. Back to you, Nathan. No regard for fire safety codes indeed. Can someone tell Chris to stay away from the gold dust? Too. I know he likes to put things in his nose, so if... In this week's show, we have hella different things to talk about. Things like hella delicious places to eat, the Carr fire, local business heroes that have used their resources to help citizens evacuate the Carr fire, how to use fire codes for your advantage. We're going to talk about all that and more, but first, a message from one of our sponsors.
Hi, my name's Dill. Are you constantly looking for someone to do things instead of having to do them yourself? Things like lifting groceries, opening doors, posting status updates, and your wife, washing the car. Just call 530-378-4463. Now, if you find yourself having to do something you just really don't want to and can't remember, does Dill or doesn't he? Don't forget, Dill does. 530-378-4463. Dill does. Did he just say... Thank you, Dill. So for the first thing, we're going to talk about delicious places to eat in this town. My favorite place is... I'm sorry, what? Oh, my car's been broken into? Oh my god. I'm going to call the police. Yeah, is this the Reading Police Department? Yeah, good. Apparently my car was just broken into, so I'm gonna need help filing a Hello? The
elusive Kanya Market. One look at the one-way mirrored glass windows and you just know, this place definitely isn't hiding something. But that would be mistaken because they are hiding something. The most delicious and affordable Asian cuisine in town. Why, just ask the Wong family. They bring their kids here every week. See? Kanya Market, the creepy looking store on Hartnell. Stop by today. Looters. The worst scum of the earth. Trash people who take advantage of a natural disaster to destroy and steal. As if the fire hadn't taken enough from the evacuees and from the citizens of this town. Now these dregs of society are roaming through the neighborhoods looking to take anything and everything that they can. Looters.
Is anybody else getting a headache from breathing in all of this crack smoke in the air? During this whole disaster, wow, my voice totally cracked right there. I'm gonna do that one again. During this whole disaster, I've seen a lot of excellent comments and suggestions on ways to put out the fire. Things like, why don't we just let Bethel pray the fire away? Or, let nature just take its course. This must be God's way of getting rid of all those fucking crackheads. But my personal favorite comes from my good friend Alan, who says, why don't we just let the water out of the dam? I mean, fucking brilliant, right? Explain to me why it wouldn't work. That dam is old as shit anyway, and it's gonna break one day when we're all not ready for it, so might as well be now.
This next segment is very special. I like to call it All of the Hats in My Room.
I think it's time we check back in with Chris for another update. Chris? Oh yeah, give me some more of that fucking gold dust. And it looks like they got Chris. I told him to stay away from the gold dust.
This is my impression of a Reading person trying to figure out how to use a roundabout.
Rules for driving through roundabouts are quite simple. Slow down when approaching a roundabout and yield to oncoming traffic. Use the signing and markings to direct you to the proper lane and follow them to assist you through the roundabout.
It's not rocket science.
Earlier I mentioned some local businesses that had been striving to help evacuees from the Carr fire. One such business, America's Tire. I have a very cool story about them that you may have already seen on Facebook. That story got 229,000 views. What's it say here? 5.9k likes, 4.5k shares. So pretty much everybody around here is probably seeing this, but this is a true story. America's Tire didn't pay me to post this, didn't pay me to say anything about them. They just are truly a good company. And so basically I had a friend of mine that had to evacuate Reading and get her and her kids over to safety. The problem is the tires on her car were completely bald, and she stopped by America's Tire to replace what she thought was going to have to be one tire. She didn't know that all four were bald. And she stopped by there, and basically what they told her is that all four of her tires were bald, and that if she didn't get them replaced, that she was going to have an accident in the very near future. She let them know that she couldn't afford to get all four tires fixed right now, and that she's trying to evacuate and get her kids to safety. They gave her a straight up whole set of four tires, put them on, and sent her on her way to get her kids to safety. That is one of the most amazing things I've ever heard of a company doing. And especially during a time like this, I just want to say thank you very much, America's Tire. And anybody that's watching this, you should definitely take your business there, because that company really knows what customer service is.
Now, before I shut down for the week, I want to talk about our sponsor one more time, Dill, who's got a new book out you guys should check out. It's called the Dill Do's and Dill Don'ts of Success. What the fuck? Thank you very much for watching this week's episode of the Reading Be Like Show, aka It's Always Hella Sunny in Reading. This was episode number 2. So make sure to like and subscribe so you can be updated for episode 3. New videos come out every Monday. Make sure to also follow Reading Be Like on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter's kind of but follow it anyway. Maybe it'll be useful someday. And thank you very much, Jefferson State. Have a great week.